Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel. Playing an AG3 Playtest game with Wallfly, Ken, and T337. Let's take a look at the pile, and it looks like my first pick is going to be Farm Steward. Um, yeah, what does Borrower do? Borrower got nerfed. So receiving, I guess, you thought Borrower was too strong. Um, okay, I guess this card needed to get nerfed for some reason. So it's another one of those changes that we don't really understand why it happened. It just sort of happened. Hopefully we're going to get some feedback from you eventually, letting us know what he was thinking with all of these. Um, yeah, circus manager is decent, taxidermist, meh, small holder. Oh, it's the same as the old, except you get two things. Yeah, I'll do farm steward. Pretty easy pick. Okay. Some really good. Wow, this pile is amazing. Who passed me this? Ken? Winter Crafter, great. Veggie Lover, pretty good. Lord of the Manor, great. Casino Manager, pretty good. Field Warden, great. Asparagus Farmer. Looks pretty weak. Apple Man. You can pay a vegetable to do plow field, build fences, or build stables action. Yeah, that card is pretty good as well. Lord of the Manor, Winter Crafter. What am I likely to get back? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards I want. If I take Apple Man, then I'm definitely going to get a good card back. I wouldn't mind doing Casino Manager, Winter Crafter, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get both cards. And I kind of want to get both cards. Hmm. Like, if I did Veggie Love or Lord of the Manor, for example, I definitely want to do a pretty farm with Farm Steward that's easily obtainable. Um, yeah, I think what I will do here is I will take Lord of the Manor, and I will hope to get. Oh, do I hope to get Appleman back? Hmm. Yeah, I'll take Lord of the Manor for now. Huh. Alright, Wet Nurse. Wet Nurse is pretty strong. I wish I had taken Casino Manager instead of Lord of the Manor, because that would go way better with Wet Nurse. Tree Cutter looks pretty mediocre. Investor looks pretty. Actually, Investor looks decent. If you could use this later on in the game to discard remaining cards in your hand, yeah, I think that wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be too bad of a round 14 play. although might not be worth too much. Each time another player takes a build fences action. Yeah, Pillar Brighter is a little too inconsistent. Strategist, if you use 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7. So Stone, Reno, and Family Growth are the big ones. You have to use the adjacent space. You get 2 grain. Yeah, it looks pretty weak as well. I think I have to take Wet Nurse. Maybe take Stone Piler on the second go around. Wet Nurse is pretty strong. Wet Nurse doesn't combo with Farm Steward, but I mean if you use it to save 2 actions, 2 potentially blockable family growth actions, that's quite good. Merchant Plowman is pretty good with Lord of the Manor. Well, it's decent. Whenever you take stone, you get an equal number of wood. Yeah, that card's okay. Yeah, what's here? I guess Merchant Plowman is probably the pick here. And what came back? Circus Manager? I think Circus Manager is probably the play here. Plowmaker is quite strong to pass to whoever got the farm guy. Yeah, I think Circus Manager. Good amount of food every time you some food every time you play an occupation. Odd Casino Manager got all the way back. And Veggie Lover. I'll take Casino Manager for sure. So my thinking is I probably won't play Wet Nurse. I'll just do a Farm Steward growth and then have a super pretty farm, try to get to 5 people, build all my fences, build 4 stables, use Merchant Plowman to do lots of stuff. Yeah, try to maximize fenced pastures, fields, and then crops. So try to make Lord of the Manor worth 5 points. Yeah, if I can do that, then I should be able to win. I'll need a lot of wood, so any miner that can help me get wood would be nice. If I could build a clay room first and then farm steward, that would make me happy. Uh, this also is excellent. Stone piler. I will be taking this. Yeah. This is exactly what I need. I won't build a lot of majors. What I'll do is I'll have a super pretty farm with Lord of the Manor. Okay, Stump Jump Plow is just totally ridiculously strong. Not totally ridiculously strong. It is very strong. Once you live in a clay or stone house, whenever you take wood, you can pay a food to plow a field. Just crazy good. Means that between Stump Jump Plow and Merchant Plowman, filling my farm should be absolutely no problem. I do have guest room here. There is guest room here, so if I could get the guest room and then farm steward as well, that would make me pretty happy. So I think I should plan on playing towards guest room. And the way I will do that is um, with Casino Manager, or with Circus Manager, which will give me some food when I do stuff. Yeah. So guest room, just to be clear, it's you have to pay like usually around 6 food to get a room. Not a You don't get a room, but you get space for a person. So with between that and Farm Steward, I could get up to 4 people while staying on 2 rooms, and then have a super pretty farm with Stump Jump Plow. Casino Manager will give me some extra points. Yeah, Lord of the Manor will give me some extra points. So yeah, if you have 5 people, 2 room clay house, it's 20, that's a 17. You have one of each type of animal, 20. You have 5 fields, 25. You have 4 pastures, or 24. 4 pastures, 24. 4 fenced stables, 32. 4 max crops is 40. And then I would have a 5 point Lord of the Manor, 45, and then a 3 point Casino Manager, 48. 48 would probably be enough to win. It's usually enough to win. So yeah, I think, and then 2 points from joinery, and then some minor points as well. So yeah, if I can make that scenario a reality, then I think I'll be in a very good spot. I don't actually with Merchant Plowman, excuse me, Merchant Plowman is mostly good for the Merchant Plowman is mostly good for the plow, in my opinion. So I think with Stump Jump Plow, I don't have a reason to play Merchant Plowman, unless I want to buy joinery anyways, and it would be a bit cheaper. Well, not cheaper, but it becomes a minor improvement. I think probably I want to use Stone Piler to do that instead. So Menagerie is a 3 point, 3 occupation, 1 point card, which gives some food. Pottery Wheel is a good way of getting clay. Excellent way of eating clay. Towhead. I don't really like Towhead because it costs food. I think it's not really worth it. I think what I do here is I take Hunger Wall. Lets you use clay to feed. It's like having pottery or potter, which is quite nice. Uh, Education funding doesn't combo with Circus Manager, although I think it's a pretty strong card. Delivery House is quite strong. It's pretty good with Merchant Plowman. Monastic Vows, I think, is might be quite good this game. Might be really good as a counter to you could use monastic vows to get the food needed to guarantee guest house. Guest guest house. Now um, the beggar is quite a hindrance. Hmm. This is a very interesting decision. I think delivery house would be pretty good. I think though I'm gonna try monastic vows. Now, will monastic vows come all the way back around? Oh, I don't think so. After the feeding phase, you can turn a food into a vegetable. Way too expensive for that effect. At the end of the game, if all of your rooms hold exactly one family member, you receive 3 bonus points. So I think what it's saying is don't farm steward, don't family growth without room, and you get 3 bonus points. I'll take straw. Looks like the best card here. Um, 2 wood and a point for wildlife reserve. It's okay. Spindle the miner is like, if you don't ever take sheep otherwise, it's 1 wood for 2 points, which is good return. Straw hat I like quite a bit because it's 2 plow actions that you get back. However, with stump jump plow, I think I don't really need to play towards straw hat, towards large sun hat. Um, home garden will probably be worth it for me because although I don't think I'm going to reno a second time. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take spindle. And here I take pottery wheel 2. Pottery wheel 2 with plus hunger wall means I can turn 3 clay into 6 food each harvest. Or 2 clay to 4 food depending on the situation. Yeah, it's pretty good. What does market square do? Um, it's 2 wood for a point, and the effect is kind of weird. Um, watering can. Watering can is pretty good with my Lord of the Manor. Clay cart. It's a wood for a point, but it has a pretty steep effect. Or the cost is only at most 1 occupation, which makes it difficult to play, I think. So I'll take watering can because of the nice synergy with Lord of the Manor. So my plan is that I will grow twice, clay, once with guest room, and the other time with um, farm steward, and then I will stay on 2. So I will stay on 2 rooms. Go to clay, maybe to stone, maybe not. I'll maximize my farm points to hopefully like I got casino manager to offset the beggar, sort of. Yeah, I think this should be. I think this should work. I have stump jump plow, which is quite strong, which will make it very easy for me to fill up my farm with fields. So I think I wouldn't mind playing merchant plowman. If I play merchant plowman, I don't really need stump jump plow, but stump jump plow gives me the wood I would need to fuel joinery. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I think I do 3 wood, and then I'll second action starting player monastic vows. Just to zoom in on this card because I'll be using it early. So you can take a begging card to get 4 food in an action, which I think is quite good. I think there are some situations where it's great. Grain farmer, at the start of the field phase, if you have some planted grain, you get some food. Okay, so Ken, it looks like he will be planning on doing lots of that, lots of farming. And farming in this case, I mean sowing crops and plowing fields and stuff. It's not that uncommon for the second Oct space to be open at round with the 4th action. I'm not really sure what they're going on about. Only downside of me playing monastic vows here, it makes it more excuse me, sorry. It makes it more difficult for the person to play guest room. Hopefully guest room comes out next round. I guess I could have held on to monastic vows until later, but I think this is okay. So I'll do casino manager here. Or circus manager, sorry. And then my second action, if reedstone food and 3 wood are both taken and 2 reed, or if all those things are taken, I'll do another occupation on traveling players. I could still play wet nurse, even if it's just once. No. I think I need to focus and not get too greedy. We'll see. We'll see how things shake out. It's hard to say what the best course will be. So yeah, nothing really that piques my interest, so I'll play a occupation and I will play, do I want to play casino manager this early? I could play wet nurse. I could play merchant plowman. I think I just play casino manager for some more wood. Now I want to try to get that guest room. Please play guest room. Please. Nice thing about monastic vows is I can use it at any time. Clay worker with pottery wheel would have been quite nice for Wallfly, but probably she had to take it really early. So what I got at 6, so that means she was in her means I would have passed it to her, so she would have seen it third. Yeah. I guess maybe she has other plans for the clay worker. Ken plays wheat farmer. So yeah, the combo with grain farmer is nice. 3 sown fields. Wallfly is playing borrower already. Likely in anticipation of guest house. Yeah, Wallfly's trying to get the guest house. Okay. Uh, so I want to get 2 read next round. Ken is starting player. Whenever you plow one field, you can immediately put that person on this card to receive a grain, and you can do that with to get a vegetable. So this cost is pretty expensive, but it's quite nice with his wheat farmer, grain farmer. Nothing that I particularly want, so 4 wood is always a good action. Second action, I'd be happy with 4 clay. 3 wood would be okay. I could end up fencing like super early this game. Really silly early. I don't know if I want to. Oh, Wallfly plays lover. Okay. So that explains the borrower. Good card. She first picked it. I'm not sure if it's first pick material anymore. Because the 7 food, like before you only had to pay 3 extra food. Um, um, what's Ken gonna do? I hope Ken gives me 6 clay. I think I won't take clay to hope that... Uh, I should think about this for a moment. Hunger wall. 2 read. If I'm gonna build a room, I need to decide now. I think I can afford to build a wood room. Yeah. Especially because Wallfly might not build any wood rooms. So if I'm gonna do wood rooms, I need to plan on getting 2 read. So that means I need to set myself up to get 2 read next round. Ken takes 4 wood. Yeah, whatever. I agree. Wallfly plays Stone Weir. Um, very good. Gives her a way to feed her lover. Unless someone blocks her. Ooh, I could block her. But the problem is if you block her, she gets more beggar cards, which she can feed later. Ken. Who's on... Oh, Wallfly is on starting player. I could major minor hunger wall. I could do 2 food traveling players wet nurse. I think I want to get hunger wall out and then I'll wet nurse next round. Oh, actually this only works on my last person. So I could monastic vows to gain an extra action. Maybe I just need to... No, yeah, I need to play it or else I don't get to use it. Yeah, helping Wallfly is not so good, but I mean Wallfly just needs to do Stone Weir to get 4. I mean you have a 4. Yeah, not too really too worried about helping Wallfly. So, I think I'm gonna build a room. Yeah, I think I'm gonna build a room with a wood room, and then I can play lover or wet nurse. Yeah, wet nurse will guarantee me growth in round 6 because I play circus manager, love wet nurse next turn on 3 food traveling players. So I'm hoping for family growth to come late, as is Wallfly. So what do I do here? 4 wood if it's available. Doubt it'll be. If it's not, probably... Uh, hmm. Probably take 4 reed. for clay because I do have my stump jump plow that needs to get played. I want to be able to use it when I'm collecting wood for my stables and my fences to fill up my farm. There's the guest room. Okay. Hmm. How badly do I want it? Oh, I think there's no way of me keeping Wallfly off it. Yeah, it might just be hers if she wants it. It's first action for clay. I could use monastic vows to double grow. I'm at 11 wood already. All I need is another 2 reed action. And then I monastic vows to get to 6 food. Oh, actually, wet nurse, the new wet nurse, it doesn't scale based on number of new family members you have. Yeah. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. I think I'm going to do that then. So priority 1 is taking 2 reed next round. Priority 2 is building a room. So I hope I get 2 reed. If I get 2 reed with my first action, I will be pretty happy. And then I think even if I have the opportunity to build rooms in round 6, I might pass on it. Because it'll be too hard to feed my family. Is it going to be hard anyways? Also, Wallfly didn't put a clay. I get to read. Happy day. So if I grow here, so I need to pay 3 food. I build 2 rooms. So I would have 1 food and I would need to get 8, which is undoable. So I'd have to probably use monastic vows once for sure. and then I would get clay, use hunger wall for 2, so I would be at 7. So I would only need 1 food. That might be doable. Auto Dictac by T337. Strong card. Ken gets his sow off, so now he has nice grain for the rest of the game. He gets basically 7 food each round, each harvest. Because I think 4 from the grain farmer and then 3 grain, which he can eat raw if he wants to. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's have a fun game. 2 rooms. 2 people. Do I want to do... maybe do monastic vows? With pottery wheel, yeah, there's nothing I really need to take here with the monastic vow. And Wallfly is doing starting players. Oh, this is pretty good. What is the action that I would do here? I think I'll get a better action next round. And if I could pull off not needing it, that would be really good. So how would I pull off not needing it? I need to reed stone food or take 3 reed. Then I need to starting player pottery wheel. And then I would need to take a clay. I would need to pay 3 clay to get fireplace and also take some clay as well. So that would be all 4 of my actions this round. But it would mean that I don't have to use monastic vows to feed my family. Might be worth it, to be honest. There's 4 wood available, so 4 wood is quite nice, but otherwise the food options are passable. And actually what I can do is I can... No, I don't want a reno. I want to keep that. Let's see. If I get reedstone food, maybe I'll try to pull this off. T337 does Wintercrafter. Wallfly builds pottery, hopefully with Reno. No, not with Reno. Okay. I can still get 4 food out of clay because I can hunger wall and then pottery wheel 1. each harvest. It doesn't say when during the harvest, but yeah, looks good. So I'll starting player pottery wheel with this action. And then I only need 2 more. So 1 day labor action, and then I don't need the monastic vow. So I could take 3 food fishing, although Wallfly probably fishes here. So I'll do day labor. Yeah, sure. I got wetness third pick. Damn. These guys are crazy. I have 2 actions here, so I can do 3 wood, and then I can do day labor. Here, is there anything in particular I want to do? Oh, turn the food to 2 different building resources with Winter Crafter. That's quite nice. Yeah, I like that. I want a reno, so I think what I do here is take 3 clay. Come on, T337. Auto. There we go. There's the Plowmaker. Okay. So I do 3 clay. And then I'll do a reno. I'll do reno stump jump plow. I would rather reno cooking hearth or something. No, it's 5. 8, 7, 6, 5. What is he talking about? Oh, pottery. He played craft equipment. Okay. With the Winter Crafter, he plays this card, so then he gets a grain from when Wallfly built the pottery. Um, wait. Is that right? Builds or upgrades, not retroactively. Or when did he play craft equipment? Oh my god, this is such a cluster. Craft equipment. So first action, so then when did pottery go? Round 7. Okay, so yeah, he did. Wallfly is not reading the cards. Anyways, let's go. Okay, so my goal for the rest of the game, Lord of the Manor and Casino Manager. Yeah, guest room doesn't work for Wallfly. It only works for Ken and I. Guess Wallfly and I are the two short ones, the two ones that are taking a long time, but I needed to figure out that feeding for the last harvest, so I make no apologies. I think I probably take 2 clay and then Reno cooking hearth. Yeah. Funny that she brings up farm steward, because I have it. So family growth is free, so please get Wallfly's person off family growth. Yeah, Ken's definitely going to... So do I do 3 wood, then 2 clay, then Reno? When do I Reno? Do I need to Reno this round? I could do 2 clay, then Reno, then... I want to last action traveling players either way. So yeah, I don't need to Reno this round. So I think I'll just do 3 wood. Hunger Wall is going to give me a bunch of points, and then hopefully I can make Lord of the Manor be worth some points as well. Should be worth at least 3. Wallfly's building 2 rooms, that's a mistake. Should fence. Could have crazy early fencing and get a bunch of animals and have a ton of points. That's how I would play it. Ken plays cranberries. Gets 3 food out of it. Pretty boring. Wonder if T337 has Braggart. Playing like they do. Yeah, I think I do two clay here, and then Reno cooking hearth next round. Only 2 of us are able to eat animals, so hopefully I could at least get 2 sheep. So just as long as T337 doesn't first action thing. And if I ever get really stuck, I can always monastic vows. Although I do want to avoid doing that if possible. I may as well play this. I don't really mind showing it to them. Puts some more fear into them. Master Tanner. That's nice. So he'll take 2 boar with his first action, I imagine. Master Tanner lets you, if you eat enough boar and cattle and pay 1 food each time, then you can family growth. I think 4 wood here, since 4 wood's available. Does make my feeding the tiniest bit dicey. But I could reno and not build cooking hearth here. I do have 6 food available to me from Pottery Wheel and Hunger Wall with 3 clay. So yeah, I could just spend the rest of the game taking clay. Wallfly SP starting players again. Yeah, so I think if there's one thing that'll sink me, it might be that I go in last so much. T337 gets some stuff sown, which is nice. Ken takes 2 clay, so yeah, I think that means that if I want to not starve, I think I'll grab wood here. Hmm. I could family growth. I don't think Wallfly can afford the family growth. I think I can. So if I reno... I don't know if I want to... I could family growth. Hmm. T337 grab sheep. A little annoying. Can place bakery. I mean, you already had... Hmm. Yeah, sorry, I'm not giving very insightful commentary. That's because I'm having a bit of a hard time keeping up with the game myself. It's kind of crazy. I don't even need to reno. Well, if I want to do it, yeah. Hmm. I could take 2 stone, I guess. I could plow, although I don't really want to plow. I could take a vegetable. I guess I'll just do 2 stone. Yeah. Let's see what the last thing available. Let's see what Wallfly does. That'll help me decide. Wallfly might family growth. If she family growth, then I obviously cannot. Yeah, so I'll reno and play stump jump plow. And I did reno. So now I am able to use my farm steward if I would like. Yes, I think the way I win this is getting to a stone house and making sure that Wallfly doesn't get any points from fencing. Because Wallfly needs a ton of wood still. T337 needs wood, Ken needs wood, so I'm going to keep taking wood with my stump jump plow. and make it very difficult for them to fill up their farms. So if I'm gonna reno, or if I'm gonna family growth, probably family growth spindle. Do that at the end of this round. Although I have to imagine Ken will buy... Oh no, Wallfly already bought Castrium. Yeah, Wallfly is another family... she just did her last family growth, right? That's fine. I wasn't really in a hurry to do it, because I need to feed my family. Oh, yeah, there's the Apple Man. Almost got around to me. What did I take instead? Casino Manager? Yeah, Casino Manager was way better. When I first took Lover, I wasn't, or Wet Nurse, I wasn't originally intending on playing it, I don't think. But the way the cards went became the obvious thing to do, I think. Reedstone Food. Sure. Probably, no, I don't want to plow with, I don't want to plow with Stump Jump Plow, but maybe I do, because food is pretty important to me. I still would rather get the wood. I could build joinery. I could try to build Basket Maker's Workshop. That would help my feeding quite a bit. Getting the reed to 3 food. I could take 1 grain and that would be a 5 food action if I built a clay oven, but I think the 3 clay going into 2 food each is still better than that. I guess the grain and the major would be 2 actions for another 2 points, so not that good a conversion. I guess the other thing is T337 needs to get another animal still. Probably does first action cattle next round, I would think. So if I want to have cattle, I need to take it now. So I could first action 2 wood, or next action 2 wood, and then fence 15, and then take 2 clay. Alright, with that 3 reed take, I'm no longer able to get joinery. I'll do 2 wood and plow field. Don't have a way to eat animals yet. I need 4 food before the next harvest. Because I'll do a clay, one of these 2 actions will be a clay action. So my goal is that 2, I'm going to keep taking that 2 wood space. Make it really difficult for my opponents to get enough wood to do anything this game. So I think my last 2 moves are fence 15 and then take 2 clay. So with Wallfly and I both growing so quickly, what's happening is we have lots of actions and then we're using them to do stuff like 2 wood, 2 clay, and it's going to make it really difficult for T337 and Ken with their fewer actions to be really efficient. Now T337 is having a nice game. Only fall down I would say is on the fencing aspect. Wow, he takes fence, okay. Guess he's looking at that 2 cattle next round and thinking that he'll be the one to get it. Ken plays tree cutter. You get a wood, and every time someone takes at least 3 goods, you get a wood. Just as long as it's not wood. I did not explain that well at all. Do I do 2 clay twice? No. I'll do 2 clay here, and then my other action, cattle or vegetable. I'll take a cattle. Mostly just to deny T337, the 2 cattle. Since I would have liked to have fenced. I have plenty of actions to take vegetable with later. Okay, so at the start of this round I have no food. I have guaranteed 4 food from 2 clay with hunger wall plus potter's wheel. If I can take that 3 clay, that becomes another 2 food. So I think I first action take 3 clay because I think T337 will take 2 boar and Ken will take 2 sheep. And then my second action will probably be 2 wood and plow. Yeah, Ken's saying that we're obsessed with clay. Well, the 2 clay space is basically a 4 food space for me. Oh hey, it's my card. Yay. Gluten-free baker. I'm not sure if... I guess it's in the AG3 collection, so that bodes positively. Yeah, it's good. Good play. Ken took 3 clay. I mean, it makes sense, yeah. Like he did need to do it, or else I would have. Oh, I want to get a food to stump jump plow with. I could do something that costs me 1 clay. Like stone oven. If I built stone oven, I would get access to some clay here. So I could read stone food. That would get me food. I could just plow. Don't think I can afford it getting blocked. So I still need a way of using one clay is the same as me gaining 2 food. So yeah, stone oven is getting a bit more appealing. 3 clay fireplace is not gaining me any food because I only would have 2 to convert. Um, hmm. But if I built the fireplace and then got 2 sheep, that would be okay, but I'm pretty sure Ken's going to take those sheep. Yeah, my feeding is really terrible. Really terrible. Ken gets 2 wood. I wanted to do 2 wood. I still can, but I want to get a food first. Taking a grain here and then building stone oven. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Take a grain and then stone oven. Yeah. And then last action 2 wood and plow if it's available. So that will mean that I don't fence this round. I think it's okay. This is, wow, this is going to save Wallfly so much. We're going to have to not do many fence actions. Yeah, I hope Ken doesn't decide to do too many fence actions with his apple man. Why did T337 get a grain? I don't follow. That was a mistake. Okay, you just misspoke. Okay, so I'll do stone oven. It might be a bit of a challenge to get to 4 stone in order to reno to a stone house. But I think I'll be able to get 3 stone next round. Or I can... Yeah, 3 stone next round should be available. So I'll do this. Pay clay to plow. And then clay to here for 2 food. And then another clay for 2 food. Feed 8. So now I have 1 extra food so I can do stuff with it. Yay. I can stump jump plow earlier in the round. Oh, Ken got family growth. Lucky Ken. So I take 3 wood first action. Like I said, I want to starve the Wallfly of wood. I think I don't need to worry about Wallfly anymore, though. I forgot about the borrower that she needs to pay off too. I think she's in some trouble there. Second action, 3 stone, I think? No, I can get 2 stone later. They're in the sequence. Probably T337 does 2 cattle here. So I definitely want to fence this round. I want to take 2 clay from the 2 clay spot. I think I'm probably going to have to monastic vow once this game just to get food, so that instead of begging 3, I beg 1 and gain an action for doing so. Uh, yeah, I think I need to keep doing it. And then I'll plow, and then last action will be traveling players, and I'll play Lord of the Manor. Oh, the stone's gone, so I'm not getting to a stone house. Unless I do 2 actions in round 14, which I might. I'm starving the clay out of the game so that it'll be pretty difficult for Wallfly and T337 to reno. Although he can get clay from his farm store. He hasn't been doing so though, so... So I fence 15. Actually, the 15 fences basically guarantees my casino manager already, because no one else is going to get to 15 fences. I doubt any other player will get above 10. Actually, Wallfly will probably get to 10, because she can do 1 wood to 3 food, 1 wood to 3 things. She also has Field Warden. Yeah, Field Warden pretty good, especially with all those extra actions. Yeah, really strong. Yeah, Field Warden, of course, with Lover, I think. You have a ton of actions. Now you've got your feeding set up, so now you go all in on crops. Get maximum crop points. So I want to stump jump plow once more and then maybe get a plow sow or just a regular plow. Maybe twice more because then I can family grow spindle. And spindle it would be a 2-point minor if it gives me my only sheep. I think though I'll probably not family growth this next round. Maybe I will. Maybe my feeding is good enough now that I can afford to do it. My plan was to use watering can. Watering can is kind of like an extra 2 food because it lets me get back to an even number. It costs me an odd number of clay, so it gets me back to an even number, so I can convert another pottery wheel, one more than I would be able to normally. What will my first move be? First move 3 wood. Probably 2 boar. Ooh, plow sow just to block it. Seems like a lot. It's been a pretty silly game. Lover, wet nurse. Both Wallfly and I growing really tall. I mean, even T337 with Master Tanner. And then guest room. So yeah, tons of stuff. What did Ken just do there? Did he leave wood behind? I don't understand. So what do I do here? What else do I do but take wood and plow? Only thing to do. Two more moves. What do I want to do with them? Taking cattle is a 2-point move. I need to take 2 food, I think. Where am I going to get food from? Day labor. It's kind of looking like that. I could still build a cooking hearth, and maybe I will need to for the last harvest. We'll see. I think that day labor was not worth it. I think it would have been better to get an additional 2 food and minus 1, but sacrifice 1 point. But then I gain an action. So probably monastic vows. Maybe I'll monastic vows the last 2 rounds anyways. T337 takes 2 clay so that he can reno in the last round. Yeah, I think it's worth me doing a monastic vow just to do my 2-point actions. So stuff like building my stables. And it'll also let me stump jump plow. Maybe this will be the only monastic vow. So yeah, I'll take a beggar. But I do 1, 2, 3, 4 and gain 4 food. And then I do 2 food and 4 food. I'll replace simple fireplace. That's fun. Um, So I got my stables out because my stables were a 5-point action, so if maybe someone who was unhappy with me taking all the wood decided to retaliate, I think it was worth taking that beggar. Um, Now I want to get vegetable, I want to get another plow, and then I want to do an action for feeding and then family growth. That's the rest of this round for me. Now, a bit of a problem is I do need to get, I have 4, 6. I need to get 3 more food with one action, which 2 clay is not enough. So I might end up doing something else. Although one, yeah, I don't know. That gains me 1 food, sowing my grain. The one clay, the one clay is a 4 food action. Hmm. What do I score right now? Probably not that great. Yeah, 30. And I only have 3 bonus points, but I do have a bunch of points from Hunger Wall, I guess. So I'm actually at 38 right now. I have another family growth, which puts me at 41. Or my beggar is counted, so plus 6, and then plus 4, which will be plus 5. So I'm at 41 right now. Family growth puts me at 44. How's T337 doing? 29. He's got a bunch of extra points to count, though. And I imagine his last 2 actions are his last few. Yeah. I can also straw now. I don't need to take a wood to play spindle. I can afford to play straw here. So in that case, I think what I do is I take 1 clay. Do I take 1 clay? It's so bad. No, I don't need 1 clay now. I have 2 actions to get a clay. So just sheep. Is sheep worth stuff for people? I could vegetable, I guess, instead of sheep. Veggie, Ken's maxed. T337's above max, but he'll probably do a sow action to stay there. Wallfly grew like mad, but then didn't have enough wood to... I guess she does still have more to do, but me hoarding all the clay made it too difficult for her to get the clay to run out with. And also the fact that she was using clay for clay hunger wall as well, that helped me quite a bit. Do 2 clay, why not? No reason not to. So yeah, hunger wall is going to be worth 5 points. think this card's pretty good. You do make feeding easier for your opponents, but you get very well compensated for it. And they do have to use bonus resources. It's not like you're giving them free food. They still do have to use the clay. Where are my points at? I guess I could start putting them on my farm. 3 for Casino Manager, 3 for Lord of the Manor, 5 for Hunger Wall. So I'm at 45 plus 11, or 35 plus 11, so 46. Yeah, I think that's enough to win. Although 5, 5, 35, he's going to Reno, get another 3 points. Oh, or he's going to play Veggie Lover. Yeah, if he has Veggie Lover, he's not going to Reno, unless he has a way of playing an occupation when he Renos. If he has a way of playing an occupation when he Renos, then he wins. Otherwise, I think I win. Yeah, so I score whatever I have plus 12. So 48, I guess, because I forgot to count straw. Only 47. 3, 3, 5, 1. Yep, 47. So let's see, what's his last action? Reno? No Veggie Lover? Yeah, nice. Okay, I win. Pretty sure I win. So he's got 38 plus, did I say 10? Oh, he beats me. Nice. Good job. Beats me by 1 point. Yeah, looks like I'm 1 point off the win. Wintercrafter, Autodictech are both quite strong. Yeah, so I ended up one. Yeah, so even with Lover, double growing wasn't enough, or Wet Nurse double growing was not enough. In the end, was my beggar worth it? It's hard to say, actually. Hmm. I should have got Clay Worker. Clay Worker would have been nice. My feeding was too inefficient. I know that. Hmm. Yeah. Do I really want to comment on any of these? Hmm. Well, I did say if I got to stone, I would win, and I didn't get to stone. What I could have done is instead of taking one clay, I could have done beggar again. So I gain that extra action. So I have two extra actions. So I could get two stone, and then instead of sheep, I could reno. And then could I afford to buy a sheep if I had done that? Yeah, okay. So I think what I should have done, so my last round was plow sow, take wood, take something else. No, I didn't take wood. What was my last round? Hmm. Okay, so if I did first action plow sow, that stays. So if instead of taking sheep, if I do two stone here, and then I do two stone here, and then I do um, reno here, so I would have had four extra food, and then I could still do hunger wall to get to 9, and then I can afford to buy the sheep, although I had no more wood left. Is that right? Yeah, I had no wood left. Okay, so it's a moot point then. Yeah, so doing the reno doesn't get me anything more, because I didn't have any other free points. Okay, yeah, no difference then. Um, yeah, if only I'd gotten some food. I think playing the pottery wheel too hard was a mistake. I kind of like the idea of, like, I did starve my opponents pretty well, like Ken and Wallfly both at 40 and below, but unfortunately T337 was not affected because of how many plows he has. How many times did he do plow? What is this? Plow maker? Is that just what it is? Yeah, I guess so. Plow maker. And then gluten-free baker was a ton of points for him. So it was like this. 2, 1, 1, 1. This isn't his final farm because he had one more point somehow. Oh, did he have... No, he didn't. Not really sure. What did he get an extra point from before the end of the game? What was his last action? Renault. What was in here? Because I can take a look at his score. Well, he just says 38 plus 10. Okay, yeah, so what I see here is correct. Yeah, good job. Good for him. But did he not return the simple fireplace? What? How did he afford to get... Did he have fireplace and simple... Oh, right. He had fireplace and simple fireplace. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hearth. Yeah, he did return the fireplace. Yeah. So he just upgraded it because he could. He didn't actually need to do so. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he managed to get 48, which 48 is a pretty... Like, it's strong, but it's not amazing. Like, it's not, you're definitely gonna win. Yeah, if I had been able to get a vegetable, of course, I have 2-point actions. A vegetable is another point. Even if I'd taken a vegetable earlier, like I would have gotten more points from my plow. So yeah, I think I did a 1-2 point action that if it had been like I took cattle, but cattle denied them. I don't know. It's an annoying strategy, just like starving the game, knowing for your opponents. Um, T337 had the best way around it with the plow maker, and especially because nobody else wanted to use the plow space, I only stump jump plowed. Ken had his Apple Man, and Wallfly had Field Warden, so yeah, he had free reign on all the plow spaces, I guess. So yeah, it's good play. Nice 5-point gluten-free baker. Don't think I've seen that before. Quite nice. Anyways, that's all for me. Thank you very much for watching. So yeah, congrats to T337. Nice game. Yeah, beat my wet nurse, which was good. Albeit my wet nurse that sort of crashed and burned, but my goal was to bring everyone else down with me, but unfortunately I did not hurt T337 enough. Now I did have a lot of nice miners, like, no, actually Gypsy's Croc's not that good. Menagerie's pretty good though. What did Wallfly do? Wallfly took cards like Stew, Wildlife Reserve, yeah, education funding, that makes sense. Spindle. Yeah, I didn't have any wood left, so maybe that plow sow was a mistake, but that plow sow got me an extra food versus stump jump plow would have cost me a food, and spindle also would have cost me a food. So yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to say. What are the comments on some of these cards? Looks like no comments on this card. Yeah, I think this card's pretty good. I think the payout is pretty good. Seems alright. And then, don't know what he's doing. He keeps ending the game and then comes back in. Okay, I'm not, what does he think I'm going to do? Change the score? I'm not going to change the score. Yeah, Wetner's still very strong. Any other of these that I want to comment on? Um, I like the change to Spindle, although I still think the secondary effect is not why you pick the card. Yeah, people seem to like the change, though. I don't know. We're having a debate about which way the card should go. Like if they should, yeah. Did he, yeah. I don't know. I don't need to focus on this too much more. I'm getting pretty tired. So I think that's enough for me. Yeah, it's too bad I didn't win. I did beat Wallfly Ken, which um, I guess I was pretty sure I was going to do anyways. But yeah, T337 had a nice game. Got that first family growth. Played it well. Master Tanner. Maybe I should have valued family growth higher in round 10 or in round 12. And then who knows, maybe I get those extra 2 actions are enough to help me. I don't know. Anyways, fun game. Uh, cool to try out the new cards. I think Wet Nurse is still really strong. I think Lover is also really strong, but Wallfly misplayed it quite a bit. Shouldn't have built those extra 2 rooms. Um, should have just done really nice fencing and then gotten a ton of animal points and then competed with me for Casino Manager. The only reason that I got, yeah, and then because then if she gets Casino Manager as well, then I think she wins. So bunch more animal points, and then yeah. Although if Wallfly hadn't grown so much, she wouldn't have. I don't know. Anyways, um, that's enough for me. Please do comment on this. Let me know what you would have done differently. Um, sure, I could have done a lot differently. You can always learn. So yeah. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, give me a follow at twitch.tv/play_agricola. I did not broadcast this originally because I was having some dropped frames, but I do normally do that. So then you can come in the chat and chat with me. And also check out the Discord channel. Information for that is on the Play Agricola forums. Alright, that's enough for me. Good night.